Back with you tonight on In Focus. Let's start here now. Latest surveys suggest a significant decline in support for the ANC. However, a bout of by-election results from October until now seem to contradict this. The question is then, which means of appraisals, shall I say, tells us a true story about the state of the governing party ahead of this year's general elections. Newzroom Afrika spoke to analysts to get their thoughts on the matter. Reporter Juniour Khumalo filed this report.
According to more than 5 polls, the ANC could end up with between 38 and 46% of the national and provincial support if South Africans went to the polls today. The most recent, an Ipsos poll released last week, suggests the ANC will even dip below 40% to about 38.5% of the electoral support. The Institute of Race Relations survey, titled The Real South Africa, also found that the ANC's support could be 46.5%, with its closest challengers, the DA, at 26.1% and the EFF at 11.6%. If these projections are anything to go by, this could be a significant decline from the almost 58% of the support the governing party received during the last general elections. Despite these polls painting a grim picture for the ANC, the recent round of by-elections since October seem to dispel the projection of an ANC implosion in the upcoming elections. At the most recent by-elections held on the 31st of January in Ward 3 in Bushbuckridge municipality in Mpumalanga, the ANC retained the seat it won in the 2021 municipal elections. During the December by-elections in Gauteng and KZN, the ANC retained 3 seats and only lost 1 seat to the IFP. Speaking to Newzroom Afrika, elections analyst Thembelani Mazibuko said by-elections were too localized for citizens and political parties to determine any national trend.
You are a casual observer and you say, well, look, these polls are showing the ANC at 45% or 40%, but I'm looking at a by-election result, the ANC is winning 75%. What's happening? And that really goes back to the issue that polls are very the by-election results are very localized, and it just depends where they are. They depend very much on the candidates, the candidate quality of the political party. By that I'm referring to name recognition, also how much resources the political party puts into that particular by-election.
Political analyst Sipho Siepe concurred with Mazibuko, saying 1 or 2 by-election results could not give an accurate assessment of parties' electoral support at a provincial or national level.
You need to understand that when you talk about the by-elections, you are talking about a small geographic space where a party might have a stronghold. In that case, the party will do well. But if you start expanding that to a bigger geographical space, you may find that the party may not do so well. Take, for instance, the EFF in Alexander. That is one of its strongest stronghold, and it will do well. But if you now expand it beyond Alexander or Tembisa to the whole of Gauteng, it will not do so well.
As such, Seyepe believes polls are more reliable means of gauging political sentiments ahead of the general elections.
The polls try to cover a broad geographical space and also different individuals.
Mazibuko, however, warned that despite surveys possibly painting a more accurate picture of the electoral sentiments, they were also not entirely error-free.
The big secret with regards to the polling industry is that a lot of people don't pick up their phones. And with regards to your particular question, is that a lot of people refuse to answer, not because they don't know. Sometimes it's just because they don't know, but sometimes they just are uncomfortable to answer which political party they are voting for. So let's say, for example, 20 or 25% refuse to answer. That then, by definition, distorts the poll.
This year's elections are expected to take place between May and August, with President Cyril Ramaphosa yet to proclaim the date. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Juniour Khumalo in Johannesburg.